Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Daria. We have with us Kunal Shah, Head of Commodities Research, joining in. Kunal, welcome to the show. My first question coming to you today is with regards to where the dollar index goes. It's struggling for direction just below that 91 mark. You have ISM data which is awaited. What's the sense that you pick up from here on?
Well, I think first of all, the fundamental of dollar is weak. The reason for that is another 1.9 trillion dollars of package from US has come today, and that is basically very bullish for the other currencies and bearish for the dollar. So we are going to see at least the impact of that 1 or 2 days. A dollar index may remain under pressure. So if you see right now, the dollar index, which was hovering above 91 the other day, had went down to 90.80 and right now again back to 91.06. But I think we are not going to see a sharp appreciation near term because the bond yields also have cooled off in US. It remains to be seen how the US markets reacts tonight because after a very bearish trend what we saw last week, the yields have fallen from 1.49 to 1.40, currently trading at 1.43. So on and all, 91.20 on the upside and 90.80 on the downside seems to be the range for the day.
Right. So with this, what's the kind of impact are we expecting with regards to gold as silver? Because clearly, if you go to see MCX Gold April futures, they did witness a sharp decline. Do you think the downward trend is something that will continue? And simultaneously, if you see MCX as well, on in terms of silver, what's the what is the kind of move you're expecting?
Okay, first of all, gold and silver, the fundamental versus the reality. So ideally speaking, gold should have shot up quite sharply. I think there was one of the panelists called Kavya Agrawal. She asked me that after the package, why gold silver is not shooting up quite sharply. So I'll explain you the fundamental of gold and silver are very bullish right now because five things which has happened. Number one, if you look the dollar index is still at 91, which is weak only broadly speaking. So weaker dollar is there. Number two, the US balance sheet, Federal Reserve balance sheet is expanding at a rapid pace. Number three, there are inflationary expectation. Number four, higher fiscal deficit by all the Western central bankers. So all these reasons are very bullish for gold from the broader term point of view. But in near term, why gold is not going up? Gold is not going up mainly because of two reasons. One, the vaccination drive across the world. So even in India, we saw today our Prime Minister took the vaccine in order to get the confidence of the citizens of India. So across the world, different companies are doing R&D, and now I think in next 2-3 months people are going to take vaccine. So there is a perception that once people take the vaccine, the economy will come back to the normal level. There will be robust growth. Then why we should hold gold? And that's why a lot of investors are selling gold. But the point is, there is no exit strategy. So Federal Reserve, which is printing currency, it doesn't seem that they are going to end it and reverse the entire monetary policy. So here, the very interesting fact which has emerged out in last in last 1.5 months from the various Federal Reserve committee members that there is no exit policy. The stimulus package is going to stay in the system. So I don't see any reason why gold is going to be bearish for the long term. In near term, it can remain bearish or it can go down or it cannot sharply move up. But 45,000, 45,500, these are not the levels to go short in gold. I will definitely try and find to, do bargaining from the long term point of view. But for trading, if you want to really bet on the market, I think it can correct a bit. It can test levels of 45, 850 to 45, 800 maximum. There is the level where you should buy again because this package is bullish for gold from the longer term point of view. So I'm recommending to go long in evening session. Gold go long around 45,850. Silver go long around 67,900. Both are expected to move up. Silver can move up by 68,600 to 700. Gold can still go above 46,250 to 200.
Right. So that's with regards to where silver and gold go. With this, Kunal, if you see in terms of crude oil, that's trading higher. We are nearly at a 1-year high. And there is growth optimism. We have the US stimulus hopes that are coming in. Uh, are we expecting this upside to continue, or do you think there could be a cap to this upside?
I think day after tomorrow there is a OPEC meeting, and in that the sources are saying that OPEC may hike the production. So that is not very bullish for oil if they do that. For the today's day, I would recommend to go short around 46.25, 46.20, 10 rupees up above from the current levels. Put a stop loss of around 46.50 to 55, and expect it to go down and test levels of 47.70 to 60. The reason for me to remain slightly bearish today is the expectation has started to build up that OPEC may hike the production, and that is not very bullish for crude oil. So I'm not expecting crash. I'm just expecting small correction.
Right. And with regards to base metals as well, it's pretty mixed trade that we have been witnessing, because copper and zinc have been firm, while rest of the metals have been trading with marginal losses. You have China PMI data, which has come in weak as well. What does that actually indicate?
I think the major trigger for the metals is the weaker Chinese data, and that reflects the weakness in China after almost 9 to 10 months. So we've seen 10 months of straight growth, and now this last month we've seen some contraction taking place. Also, mainly account of the New Year, the Chinese New Year. But I'm expecting, because of this, copper 706, 705, you can go short. You can cover at your short around 700 to 699, and put a very strict stop loss of 709.50.
Right. So that's with regards to where base metals are concerned. I think there are no other questions coming in as well for the day. Thank you, Kunal. Thank you, participants, for joining in.